Good day, everybody. We are going to learn today how to create a new menu and a level and make the menu working with a script in Unity 5.0. So I just started to create a new project. Give it a name, creating menu and level. Make sure you know where you're saving it when you create the project. This is the script which we will be using. We'll type ourselves, but we'll have a, if in case we'll have a reference on this. So basically, when you start Unity project, you have an empty scene by default. So what first thing you want to do is create a new folder over here and call it scripts, and another folder and call it scenes. So all your scenes will go in here, all the scripts will go in here. The scenes, first of all, I need to save my scene under the scenes folder. So under scenes, I'll say this is my level 1, okay, and a new scene I'll create, and I'll also save it as under the scenes I'll save it as main menu. Okay, this is supposed to be like this, and when you build it, make sure you go to file, build, and settings. Here you need to drag main menu to 0. Notice this 0 means it will be available at the first scene to be played by Unity, and this will be 1. So by default, whatever is 0 will come automatically. So don't build and run because we haven't got anything, just close it. So we save that configuration, and within this project I can switch between level 1 and main menu scenes as I please. So I go to main menu because I need to design my canvas first. So the first thing I want to create is go to game object and create my canvas. Once the canvas is there, if you see where the main camera is, this is the main camera, and the main camera should be able to see or look at the canvas, or we will see that later on how to modify this. But yeah, that's my main camera. This is the canvas. As soon as you add canvas, there's an event system. Please don't delete it. This is what recognizes that your UI, your button, etc. will be accessible. You click them and some events will happen. So I click on I create a canvas, and within a canvas I need to create a text. Okay, and that text, just this is the name of the text and this is the actual value which will be displayed to the user. So I say this is my main menu txt, and the actual value is let me say main menu, and don't press enter because that also gets displayed. I'm gonna keep it bold, a little bigger size, maybe 40, rich text, and I'm gonna make sure I overflow it and best fit because there is no button beside it on top of which the text is being displayed. It's just a text by itself. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do here, and yeah, that's my main menu txt. Alright, you may want to give it some color if you like. You can select a color and just give it any color, and you close it, and you should see the main menu text being displayed. It's somewhere over here. Let's see if I need to grab a mouse to have a better control on this. I'll get that done quickly. Okay, sorry. That's my text I need to reach to, and without a mouse it becomes a little difficult to spin and see where it is exactly. That's the canvas, and that's the main menu text. And now what you want to do is, if you click on this, you'll see under center and top. So this is where you align it. So if you come over here, you need to press Alt Shift and click it. So it will be Alt plus Shift together, and then click it. So it will be automatically placed at the top of the canvas. So that's how it is. And further, if you see this flower, these are actually the triangles you need to click on to control the display of this text when the screen sizes is becoming different. You can open it in iPad or any tablet or phone or big screen. So make sure you also position it very well within this triangle. So that's my main menu. I need to have some button over here. I right click UI and I click on button. I got one more button over here. This button is an element within the canvas, so I have to right click canvas and UI and then do the button, which I just did. And this is supposed to be my settings button, and this button has a text inside. You go to the text. You don't worry about changing this, but just change this button text. This is the settings, which is what gets displayed. And make sure you leave these default, don't change these to overflow, but just do best fit. Change the color if you like, anything. And I'll just place this with my mouse, not the text independently, because the text is not independent, it is within the button. So you better move the button if you want to move the button anywhere, not the text independently. So I click on the button. Again, I want to control its display always in different screen sizes, so I also make sure it is within these triangles. So if you press Command D, it will duplicate. So I just duplicate this button. This was my settings BTN, and this one is on top of that. There is another button. If you just move it down, you'll see it clearly. So this one is let's say start BTN. I've not given it text, so I just come down and open its text, and it's just copied because we duplicate. So I'm going to change this to start game, and looks alright. So we've got settings, we've got start game buttons. That's the whole canvas we have in place. So let's make sure we save it, play it. You should be able to see it like this when you play from here. Okay, now we need to have another canvas. We'll just duplicate the whole canvas from here. I'll just click here and I'll say Command D or Control D on Windows if you have, and this canvas is now not just any canvas. Let me just give the original canvas a name. This was main menu canvas, and this is the settings canvas I created this for. I'm just giving it name settings canvas. Now notice nothing has been changed. If you zoom in, you can't see where is the new one. It is actually overlapping, it is on top of it. If as soon as I change its text over here, let's say main menu text, I change it to, this is not the main menu text, this is the settings text, and by default, really you don't need to change this because this doesn't get to be displayed by the user. But really for yourself as a programmer to remember, you should change it so that you remember what this text is for. So main menu, I change that to settings, and now you will see that changing over here, which means that it is actually overlapping the previous main menu. Similarly with the buttons, I don't really have a setting button in the settings canvas. I have a set speed button, and its text should show set speed, and a start button, I will change it to exit BTN, which is basically go back to main menu. This is exit to menu, for example. I'll write this over here, and this is my settings canvas. Now if you disable it, you will only see the main menu. You see from here you can disable from the inspector, come back to the main menu. If you disable it also, you will see nothing. So if I go back to settings canvas, I'm enable it, so I can see only this clearly. So that's my settings, set menu, and exit to menu. So by default I'll disable it, so when you play the game, when you start the game, you don't see this. What you see is main menu canvas. But now let's go back to the script side. So now we need to come back to the script, which is empty right now. We'll create a new C# script here, and we'll call it button script or menu script, whatever you want to call it. And this is the viewer, which shows you the read-only version of what the script is looking like. If you double click this, it will start another program, another application called MonoDevelop, which is packaged as part of Unity. So it starts over here. Now what you need to do is you need to import or use one more package over here called Unity Engine.ui, which is the basically all the buttons we need to click and go somewhere else, do something, do etc. So make sure you keep saving it, whatever changes you make. First of all, you need to have two objects that represent or refer to the two canvases, because based on button click you will enable one canvas and disable the other, meaning when you click on the settings you need to go to the settings canvas. So you disable the main menu canvas and enable the settings canvas, but when you exit the menu from the settings canvas you disable the settings canvas and you enable the main menu canvas. So for that you need to have these two variables over here which refer to these two canvases. So I say public canvas main canvas. Please, it should be one name, there should be no gap as with all the variables. Public canvas, this should be C capital and it will do auto correction as it is showing you. Please use correct spelling, and the correct case is very important. Main canvas, and then this is settings canvas, and then what I need to do is I need to have two functions which will enable public void, which will enable the main canvas, another function which will enable the settings canvas. So I'll say public void enable main canvas, and it starts and ends. Make sure it's like a method, it starts and ends like this with these brackets, curly brackets, and these are curly brackets and these are round brackets. So what this does is basically it disables the settings canvas, disable settings canvas, and what is also do is it enable main canvas, and that's the function, the reason why we are here. So what we'll do now, we'll say settings canvas dot enabled is equal to false, which means disable it, and main canvas dot enabled is equal to true, which means enable the main canvas. Now we're gonna do something similar for going to the settings canvas. In this case, public void enable settings canvas, or you can have enable settings only if you like, enable main menu, enable settings. So you can create your own names also. So this is the opposite. We're gonna settings canvas dot enabled is, in this case we'll make it true, and we'll say main canvas dot enabled is equal to false. We're doing the opposite thing now. What exactly we're doing is, let me just comment this, enable settings canvas, and here we are doing the opposite, disable main canvas. Okay, one last thing is when the user clicks on start the game or play the game, we are going to create another function for that, void start level 1. okay, and we create this game over here now, and say application dot load level, we call it 1. What is this 1? If you remember, in the build settings we said the actual game, which is the level 1, its level is at 1. If I can show this to you here again, file, build settings, you'll see this level 1 is at the first level here. It's not at 0. 0 means to start whenever the game gets started, the function, if you remember. So what you need to do, you need to open and add the awake function over it, void awake, and just write this line. This is the important one, settings canvas dot enabled is equal to false. So when we started, we disabled through the script the settings canvas. Okay, and then you make sure you save it, and then whenever you make any changes in the script, you got to remove the script from the main camera, because the update does not happen automatically. So I remove this script, bring the button script in the main camera again, and this is the main menu canvas, and then this is the settings canvas here, and then within the mains canvas we have got a settings button, and we'll give it the camera which has the script, and we'll apply the enable settings canvas script, Also it's got the start button. We are gonna give the main camera here again, bit button script, start level 1. For the settings canvas we've got a exit button, and we'll give it main camera here, button script, and we'll say enable main canvas, so it will go to the main cam settings. Set speed, we've not done it yet, so let's play this and see what happens. I play it, and this is the setting, this is start game, settings. Now we go to settings, set speed, we've not done any code for it yet, so it won't work, but the exit to main menu does work, start game does work. Okay, alright, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching.